Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you everything that I bought in the recent Sephora VIB sale. So I'm a VIB Rouge, so I got 20% off of all my purchases, which is just too good of an opportunity to pass up, so I ended up going a little crazy. You're going to see two parts to this video because I filmed one the other day with the first little order that I made, and that was just basically all repurchases, and then now I'm going to show you everything else. So I also made another massive in-store order and an online order. So I really kind of went overboard, but the sale was just too good to pass up, and I just felt like I really just needed and wanted all these products. So pretty much everything here was inspired by Emily and Gemma, who I followed on Instagram, and I just really trust all her recommendations, and I bought all of them, and I'm wearing them on my face now, and I really love them. So on Thursday, the new video is going to be my get ready with me of this look, applying everything and testing out pretty much all of the new products in this video. Not everything, but quite a few of them. So if you want to see that, stay tuned for Thursday, but if you want to see everything I bought in the sale, then just stay tuned. So this haul is going to be filmed in two parts because I placed two Sephora orders, and I just want to show you guys the products that I already have, and then I'll show you the new products when they arrive in a few days, just because I want to start using these and I want to show them to you before they get all grubby and I unpackage them. So today is going to be the first half of the Sephora haul, but I want to show you guys what I got. First is I got a refill of the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. This is their waterproof liquid liner in the shade Trooper, which is the black one. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite winged eyeliner. I've used it today for my wing. I use it every single day that I do a wing. It's my holy grail. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't transfer, it's incredible. And mine was just running out, so I needed a repurchase. Another repurchase item is the Ouai Hair Oil. I just can't help myself when there's this 20% off sale. I have a few other like hair oils that I've been using. I just don't like any of them as much as this. I find that this is just super lightweight, but does also still add a little bit of shine and smoothing to my hair. But I have really fine hair, so I don't want anything that's too like heavy, and this is just my favorite, so I had to repurchase one of these. And then I also picked up a deodorant. This is the Kopari deodorant, which I already love the original one, but I didn't realize that they had different scents. So I got the Gardenia one just because I love the original Kopari, but the only thing that I don't like is like I wish I had a stronger scent so that like the scent would linger a little bit longer. So I'm excited to try this out, and I hope that it's just as good as the original and just a little bit better because of the scent. So I'm like super excited about this. This is probably what I'm most excited about in this order. I can't wait to unpackage this and start using it and let you guys know how I like it. And then the final thing is actually two things, but that go together, and I got one of these just because I've seen Amelia Liana talk about these, and I think some other like YouTubers slash bloggers, and I just felt like it was a treat yourself moment. These 20% off sales, I always try to get like practical repurchases like the things I just showed you, but I'm also, this is the time to kind of treat yourself and buy those items that you wouldn't normally. So I bought a Guerlain Rouge de Guerlain lipstick, and then it comes with a little double mirror case. So I'll show you the lipstick I got in the shade 2, and then the case I got in the shade Power Chic, which is this little croc thing. So the lipsticks look like this, and the lipstick comes separately, just a little bullet with a cap, and the shade 2 is what I'm wearing on my lips today. It's just a nice like everyday easy color, which is what I want because I want to just keep this lipstick in my purse at all times. And just look how absolutely beautiful this packaging is. It's really weighty, it's just quality. It says Guerlain on it. It just is so amazing. This was just a total treat yourself moment. This is unnecessary. I don't think this lipstick is revolutionary. I don't think you need this, but if you're looking for something luxury to treat yourself, then why not? So what you do is you pull the lipstick out here on the end, and then the little mirror pops up so you can apply your lipstick like on the go in public. And there's just two little mirrors. One I think is regular, and then one is a little bit of magnifying, and it's just so incredible. And then you just pop this bad boy back on there and you're good to go. So I'm planning to just keep this in my purse for every day because you always want to reapply your lipstick, and then you never have a mirror, and then you have to take out your compact, take out your lipstick. It's like a whole, you know, ordeal just to reapply lipstick, and this is just so beautiful. And I just want to be the kind of luxurious woman that uses this every day and has this in their handbag at all times and just looks so magnificent. Okay, so this is the first half of the haul, and I'll see you in just a second for the second half. Okay, so you just saw my first batch of purchases, and now this is the second batch, mostly of in-store, and then a couple things I bought online. So I bought the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder, and I got this in the shade Lavender, which by the way comes in the most beautiful package. This is a huge package for something that I'm just going to use for setting under the eyes, but this is super brightening. I think if you're not fair, then this is just going to be really, really brightening on you because it's super brightening on me and I'm super fair. But so far enjoying it, and I just haven't really bought too much from the Fenty line, so this was the opportunity to try it out. And then I also got a couple other powders. The next one is the the Lancome Long Time No Shine Translucent Powder, and this also is actually super beautiful packaging. I never really heard too much about this powder. I need to test this a little more, but it's supposed to be super great if you have oily skin. It's just a regular translucent powder, but supposedly it's really good at keeping the oil at bay. So I'm going to continue to test this. Not sold on it yet, but we'll see. I was just really in a powdery mood. I actually bought a third powder because I've just been super loyal to the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish for so long, and I feel like there has to be something else out there that's just as good or that I can use also. I'm just a little bored with it. So I think that'll still always be my holy grail, but I just wanted to mix it up. So I also bought the Charlotte's Genius Magic Powder Under Eye and Face powder. This is soft focusing, light diffusing, loose powder. And I got this in the shade 1, I believe, which is Fair. Yes. And this is a beautiful powder. I love this packaging with the swivel top where you can close off the opening to the powder. This is absolutely beautiful. This is what I used to set my whole face today. This is really great, I think, underrated powder. I'm not sure how great it is if you have oily skin, but it definitely is very like blurring, light diffusing, and luminous powder. Next up is possibly my favorite purchase. This is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder, and I got this in the shade Bronze 03. So it comes in just the classic Laura Mercier packaging, and this is just a beautiful bronzer. I'm wearing it today. I think this is the most subtle, natural, actually sun-kissed looking bronzer that I've ever used. This is just the perfect tone for my fair skin, although they do have a few darker ones if you have a little bit more color than me. But this is absolutely beautiful. I think it really makes it look like my skin is actually tan and not just like I'm wearing a bronzer, which is really hard to find. So I'm absolutely in love with this. I'm really glad I picked this up. I swatched it in store and it looked really just kind of orangey and chalky, and I just wasn't really that impressed, but I just went off the recommendation and bought it anyway, and it proved me wrong. I love this. I also bought one of the new Bare Minerals products. This is their Bounce and Blur blush in the shade Pink Sky. I'm just really tongue-tied today. Okay, so this is it. It's a beautiful little packaging. It has a really interesting like bouncy texture. It kind of reminds me almost of a ColourPop texture, but it's a really nice bright luminous pinky. This is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. I don't think it gets too bright pinky. You could definitely build it up, but I'm wearing it today and it's not too out of control. And I just really love a cool toned bright blush, so I think I'll get wear out of this. And the highlight that I picked up is the Benefit Cookie Highlight, which I was really excited about. This came in a Benefit set that had like 5 or 6 powders in it, and everyone was kind of raving about it, but I just never wanted to splurge on the whole palette because I just wasn't going to use all the other shades, and it just doesn't make sense to have that huge palette when you're only really in it for the highlighter. But they released the highlighter on its own, and this is absolutely beautiful. I think for fair skin, you would love this. I'm wearing it today also. You'll see me apply it in Thursday's video, but it's just a really nice, light, pearly, like just beautiful highlight. I think it's really intense. It can definitely give you that glazed donut look, but I don't think it's too much. I've been wearing it every day and getting away with it. I think it's fine for everyday wear. I also picked up a new foundation, which is the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I got this in the shade Linen, which I believe is the lightest shade, maybe the second lightest shade. I think it's the lightest though. And this is just a beautiful foundation. Again, wearing this today, I really like it. I'm a big fan of Becca base products. I just don't really think to purchase them that often. I don't know why I've never tried this before because it's really like right up my alley, a 24-hour full coverage foundation. I think it really does do a good job of full coverage. I have a lot of dark scarring here on my cheeks, and you can see it's pretty well covered with just this and the Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I didn't do like crazy amount of layers of this, although you can layer it up. The other day I did 2 full layers of this on my face, and it did just look a little too cakey for me personally. But if you're going for the full like beat cake face, then this like blends super beautifully and it looked fine. That's just not necessarily my vibe. So I just do one light layer of this and it looks absolutely flawless on the skin, I find, and I can't get enough of this either. I've been wearing it every day. This next product was definitely something that I wasn't sure that I was going to buy. It was kind of the last thing to go in my basket, and this is the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. It's their 24 karat gold infused Hydrate Prime Set Spray, and it has the little gold fleckies in it there that float around and just make it look beautiful. It looks like the YSL Tushy Clop primer, like that kind of vibe with the little gold things suspended in it. But I've really been liking this. I think this really gives you a nice like hydrated dewy finish to the skin. It definitely takes away any like chalky powdery look to the face, but it's definitely moisturizing. Like it says, you can use it to hydrate and prime, which I haven't used it for yet. I've only been using it to set, but I just think it's super beautiful to set. It gives you that really just natural luminous glow to your makeup that makes it look kind of like effortless, I find. This was definitely a splurge, not something I needed, not something I think you need, but if you have dry skin, I think this would be beautiful, or if you just find that your foundation and your makeup looks really like powdery and cakey, this will definitely cut through that and make it look luminous and beautiful. But again, really pricey, but in the 20% off sale, worth it, and I've been using it every day and I like it. So, okay, I can't believe there's more products to talk about, but there is. Next is the Lancome L'Absolu Gloss, and this is just the shade Rosy Pump. So this is just kind of their clear translucent gloss. I have another one of their glosses. What shade is this? This is the shade Nude and Jour, I believe. It's number 202. But they have colored ones of this, but this is just the translucent one that I picked up this time. I'm a huge fan of this, so I knew I was going to like this. This is kind of trying to be the Dior Lip Maximizer. It's the same tone. It kind of gives you that slightly plumping feeling. I think that this I like a little bit better than the Dior just because it has a hint of mint in it. Slightly like the Buxom full-on lip creams, but not as minty and like tingly and intense. This is like a much like pared back, softer version of this. But I find that this is just like, I would say like a little bit more moisturizing and easy to apply than the Dior one. The Dior one's like a little bit thicker. This one just comes out like just a little bit softer, I would say. So I've been wearing this on top of lipsticks and really liking it, but not something you need, just something that if you're trying to treat yourself. I just really like the formula of the Lancome lip products, especially their glosses. Something else I don't think you necessarily need, which is definitely too pricey to justify buying, this is the Natasha Denona Chroma Crystal Top Coat, and I got this in the shade Bronze. And this looks absolutely beautiful. I have it on my eyelids today on top of my like eyeshadow, but it's just not that intense. You look at it and you think it's going to be something like the ColourPop Super Shock shadows where it's going to be really glittery, really intense, but it's not. This is literally just a top coat to put on top. It gives you that little bit of shine. I've been loving wearing this every day. It just gives me like that little slight hint of shimmer, but it's not too glittery and intense for every day. I wear this every day to the office, and I think it's just like the nice, perfect, polished kind of look to go over the brown eyeshadows that I wear every day. Again, super expensive. Don't think you need it. I think you can achieve a similar look with something like the ColourPop, or I know like Charlotte Tilbury has kind of like creamy eyeshadows that probably look just like this. So not something you need, but I really like it. I've been wearing it every day, so I can't complain that I bought it. Okay, I think we're on the final two things, which were both things that I bought online as the last part of this Sephora haul. The first thing is this Nude Sticks products. This is the Nude Stick Nudies Tinted Blur Stick, and I got this in the shade Medium 7 because this is like a bronzer, bronzy tone. Obviously, if you have deeper skin, you can use this all over as a blur stick as well. But for me, this would be kind of like a bronzy contour shade, and this is the shade that has like bronzy undertones. So there's like a few other deeper ones that you can choose, but I ended up going with this one just because it said bronzy in the description. So I've been trying to use this kind of as a cream contour. I don't have a full verdict on this yet just because for everyday makeup, I don't find that I have time or desire to use a cream contour, but this is kind of my first foray into the nude sticks realm. But I'm going on a beach vacation in a couple weeks, and I want to bring this just because I want to wear this by itself when I just have tinted sunscreen on, and then I just want to bronze up a little bit with this. So I'll have a better review on this later once I have a chance to test it out in that way. For now, I'm not really loving it as part of my everyday routine. And the final product is the Pat McGrath Labs Lust Gloss. This is their lip gloss in the shade Love Potion, and this is absolutely beautiful. The packaging of this box is just really luxurious and wonderful. The way it opens is just very pleasing, but I was a little bit disappointed with the actual packaging of the gloss. This is basically the exact same packaging as Revlon lip glosses, but it has some gold right here. That's really the only difference I see. So I could have gone for some nicer packaging, but what I do like is the slanted applicator. That is a little bit different. It's ever so slightly slanted. I'm hoping you can even tell on camera. It's slightly curved, but I'm wearing this lip gloss right now. It's just a really nice, shimmery, super moisturizing, beautiful everyday pearly pink gloss. Again, not necessary, but if you're having a treat yourself moment like I clearly was, this is beautiful, and I just had never purchased anything from Pat McGrath before, and I wanted to try something, and this was it. Okay, you guys, that's everything for my Sephora VIB sale haul. That was a lot. I spent a small fortune, but it was 20% off, so I feel justified, and I really love all these products. Normally I have some standout products where I'm like, oh, don't like this, definitely want to take it back, and there's a few that are kind of on the border that I don't think I necessarily needed, but I'm still using basically everything every every day. So I don't think it was money wasted. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this haul. Let me know what you picked up in the Sephora VIB sale, or if any of your favorites were in this video, or if there's anything that you think I should pick up next time that I would like. I'd love to hear from you guys. I also upload 2 days a week on Monday and Thursday, so please subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss my next video, and thank you so much for watching.